This is News 6 Tonight.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's Thursday.
is
Where
Thursday.
has the week gone? Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so glad that you are settling in and making a little bit of time to catch up on the day's headlines because there are some headlines. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Yeah, a lot going on. I'm Matt Austin. Let us know in the chat. Are you watching this in bed? Are you on your couch? I'm very curious how people get this sort of thing. Sue, I know, is watching from Nova Scotia. She is a faithful
Always watching.
viewer
Thank
of
you,
ours.
Sue.
Good to have you.
Appreciate
Hopefully
it.
you are still warm. I don't know what the weather's like there. Matt Gore Adventures, good to see you. News 6 and chatters. Saying hi to the people in the chat. I like when the people in the chat start talking to each other as well.
But don't ignore us either.
You can ignore us. Just pay no attention.
I don't want
to
to be
what's going on right here, as long as you're having fun together. So we know as of, I mean, it's always been a tense time in America, but especially the last few days, just feel sort of heavy. And that has seeped into local colleges. So we had threats at several local colleges. I'm talking UCF and Bethune-Cookman University. And in this case, the messages appear to threaten minority students. So it freaked a lot of people out. And there was an email message that was going around, and it was, basically it was a racist message. And it talked about this story that happened in North Carolina that has hit the headlines recently. An absolutely terrible story. She's just sitting on public transit on her phone, not talking to anybody, not paying any attention, and this guy just murders her on camera. It is
so hard to watch.
It is horrific.
And then the reaction of the people around her while it's happening is
like basically try to
worse.
just get off the bus and ignore it as she bleeds to death. It is I urge you not to find the video. I have seen it, and it's
disturbing.
So now people are taking this and turning this into some broader racist thing, you know.
Well, I mean, some of the messages said that they were targeting Black people.
Yes,
just to be specific.
Because of this story, in which in the video you see a Black man kill a white woman. So our community correspondent Jarrell Baker has some more on the tension at these local college campuses and the fears they're facing tonight.
It's a stressful day for BCU students like Olivia Johnson and Mari Thomas. The two were in class, then suddenly told to evacuate after receiving an email from the university staff saying the campus is on lockdown, canceling all classes and telling students and staff to leave or go back to their dorm rooms due to a potential threat of campus safety.
It's like nerve-wracking because who would have thought, like today, like it's just a regular day, I went to class, I was gonna eat, I didn't get to eat yet today.
Several other historically Black colleges and universities received threats as well and were also put on lockdown, including Southern University in Louisiana and Virginia State. Johnson and Thomas even fear Black students are being targeted.
That they're trying to find somebody to blame. And I don't think it's our fault. Like, it's really not. I mean, we didn't do it. Like,
and for me, I feel like it's really sad, but it's like I don't feel like due to his political beliefs, he needed to be shot down because everybody have different beliefs. And
now he's talking about
Charlie Kirk, which is another big story. Obviously, that happened on a college campus yesterday. More graphic video of you watching someone lose their life. That happened on a college campus. So there's just so much stress. There's so much tension.
And then to top it off, today is September 11th. People were already, it's a day where for the past 24 years, you wake up and you kind of hold your breath and hope nothing happens. Right. And so kids on college campuses are feeling it. People everywhere are feeling it. So you just kind of feel for these young people who just want to go on about their day and learn and do what they normally would be doing. But to have that thrown into the, the equation just really complicates things.
It is such a strange time right now when you see these headlines and you see these terrible things happening and you see people basically use it to push whatever narrative they want to push or to divide more. When it feels like something like September 11th came along and it united us. It was obviously horrific and terrible, but I remember being young and I remember thinking that was one of the times when we all felt
the same. We were all united and saying
most
like,
of my lifetime,
for sure.
So sad that we're so divided.
No, it really is. And I just hope we don't become desensitized to what is happening right now, because we've seen a lot of horrific video of people being murdered basically on camera. And I think we've become accustomed to seeing it. And I don't want us
I
to
don't-
treat it
yeah.
like it's just another story because it's not. We saw that poor woman in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and then we saw Charlie Kirk be just shot. I mean,
Just assassinated right there.
and you can
Yeah.
find the video almost anywhere,
You
and I
can-
think
you
people are looking
almost
at it.
can't avoid it. I like when it first happened.
I didn't want to
ran
see it,
across it,
and I saw it.
and then and it's just. I think you're right. You know, it is. It's brutal. You don't want to become. I mean, I have seen a lot of things at crime scenes and
Yeah.
floaters and all sorts of awful things. But it's still, both of those stories have made me queasy.
Oh no,
to
we were
watch.
talking about it at our desk today, and you said I do not want to see someone lose their life,
Yeah,
and nobody wants to see
that's
that.
awful.
So let's just pray for the best for all of us in
Yeah.
this country right now because we need to just be on a united front. All right, moving on to another story. This one is a heartbreaker too. It's a local jewelry store here in Orlando. They've been in business for some 50 something years, and they are very popular, well known in the community. Well, the owner walks in on Monday, and this, when you read it, your heart just sinks because people trust him with jewelry and all this other stuff, and you open the safe and it's gone.
Can you imagine being that business owner?
No.
People trust you with their jewelry.
No. And so he doesn't want to say exactly how much was taken, but he talked to our community correspondent, Mike Valenti, because they took the customer's information as well. So he wants to reach out to the customers and say, hey, your stuff may be gone. So come and talk to me so we can figure out what you had here and we'll move on from there. Let's listen to some of Mike's reporting.
I can tell this is an interview you don't want to be doing.
In the jewelry business, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. It's been a few days of hell.
David Adams' week started with a gut punch Monday morning when he found himself talking to police about a burglary that left his safe empty.
I've never seen anything to this devastation. Even the police seem shocked.
Adams is not exactly comfortable telling us how much was stolen, but the reason he wanted to go on camera was to inform his clients about what happened, because all of their contact information, he says, was taken too.
I feel terrible for any goods that may have been lost that were customer goods.
In addition to working with police, Adams has retained a private investigator and is asking anyone with information to come forward.
Is this something you feel like you can recover from?
I'm not sure at this point, but we're going to try.
Adams pointed out the wiring that's been cut. Whoever did this managed to disable the cameras and security system. Now, they've been hit by burglars before, but never this bad. Nothing like this in 50 plus years in business.
Oh, and you just, when you see that gentleman on camera, you can
see the pain and the stress.
Oh, it
weighing
hurts
on
my
him.
soul
Yeah, me
seeing
too.
him like that. But I really hope that somebody saw something. And, they talked to some of the neighboring stores and they were like, he's such a good neighbor. He's been here for a long time and he's just been nothing but delightful.
Yeah.
But for somebody to take all of that stuff, what are they going to do with it now?
I hope they haven't. That's all I can hope. Hey, Eric is joining us here. Eric, thank you so much. He says, I love News 6 Live on YouTube is a therapy session, breaking the tradition of regular media.
Oh, that's
I think
wonderful.
you just
Thank you.
wrote our promo. That is exactly what we're trying to do here. And it's tough on a day like today,
Yeah. It's been a tough week.
Thank you, Sue.
I second that, Eric. Yeah, exactly. So thank you. And if you have a comment, if you like what you see or you don't like, just let us know, because the only way we're going to be able to serve you better is to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we want to do.
So we're hoping for the best for that jewelry store.
Oh,
Man,
my
if you're
gosh.
the person who ruins a 50-year business, if they have to go out of business because you suck at being a human,
And then
so bad
people don't trust
that you
anymore.
break in,
yeah.
and then now people won't trust them with their
You
jewelry.
can't
That's just.
sell that stuff.
Oh, I'm sure they can. It's called, they
Oh.
can melt it down.
I
it's
don't
cool.
know.
I don't know.
Okay.
It just stinks. All right,
Just
here's
give it back. Leave it at the door. No questions
there you go.
asked.
We won't even.
I won't
let the
ask
cops know.
questions.
Yeah. I won't. All right. So let's talk about this one. This is a bit lighter and kind of a more interesting story here. A pop cut. Not that the last ones weren't interesting, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like less
not as heavy.
less gloomy, I guess. So Popka has a rule about campaign signs. Like, you're not supposed to leave signs anywhere until you qualify officially. Okay.
I think that's common. Right?
Well, hold on.
no,
now.
You know what? Okay.
Just
I
wait.
misspoke. I got
Now,
ahead of myself.
If you're at
Never
a
mind.
polling place, it is common. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are certain timelines. So the city says you can only have these out during certain times, but not just polling places, I'm talking about at your own home. Say you have private property, non-HOA.
You have a
stick
yard.
a little sign out in your own personal yard. Well, that's what this mayoral candidate has done. He didn't qualify yet, but he's running for mayor. His name's Matt Ongst. And he said, and he got a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a call. They said, hey, you can't put out signs
can't
yet.
do
You haven't
this.
qualified. And he goes, this is my
I,
neighbor's yard. He can do whatever he
Sorry,
wants.
yeah.
This is unconstitutional, your policy. So he challenged it, and your morning anchor, Justin Warmoth, picks up the story from there.
Not just about the First Amendment, it's about what you can and cannot put on your own private property.
Apopka mayoral candidate and attorney Matt Ongst says the city's temporary sign ordinance crosses the line.
When you actually read the ordinance as an attorney, alarm bells do go off when we're talking about the regulation of speech.
This all started a few weeks ago when Ongst received this email from the city clerk. It said in part there are to be no campaign signs placed prior to qualifying and that the signs need to be picked up immediately to avoid having code enforcement pick them
The
up.
one sign that was out was actually by the gentleman that made my signs for me, and it's at his house.
The problem, the U.S. Supreme Court has struck down ordinances similar to Apopka's for engaging in content-based restrictions.
You had a 9-0 unanimous decision back in 2015 that said this exact kind of ordinance is unconstitutional.
Ongst sent this letter to Mayor Brian Nelson stating the ordinance is patently unconstitutional and urging him to suspend enforcement and to place the matter on the next council agenda for immediate repeal. The next day, the city clerk told Ongst to disregard the prior emails related to the campaign signs.
Oops.
Oops, Ongst. He ended up fighting and he got what he wanted. All it took was a letter. And it would be very difficult for this to hold up in court that
To
you
get
can't
somebody
put-
to remove something from your own property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as far as a polling place and putting them on every corner, I find that obnoxious.
Well,
I've
and-
never voted for anybody based on seeing a sign on a corner, but they fill up.
And that was my point earlier, is that after an election, you have a certain period of time where you have to get those signs out of the yards, off the corners and whatever, and then take them somewhere to be recycled. I just hate to see, they just become like junk.
Oh,
when they
yeah.
sit
just
there
sit-
for
the
so
people
long.
are just like lazy and don't go pick them up.
Exactly,
That's gross.
exactly. So that's what I was
also,
thinking.
I don't like when neighbors, if you don't like the candidate the other person wants and they put the sign in their yard and you go pull it up or kick it over or something like that. It's just, it's not your property.
Let's be better than
Yeah.
people.
We can,
We're
that's
allowed.
it. That is the exact thing we're trying to say after this block. Can we just please
Be better.
Better. Let's do it. All right. Well, coming up after the break, we've got details on a very controversial subject.
It really is.
The bear hunt is happening, and we'll have some details on what's going on with that and how some people are getting involved and how some people are actually trying to fight it in an interesting way. We're going to take a quick break. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also good looking, because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh.
Hey, welcome back to News 6 tonight. We are talking about something that is very controversial. It's a bear hunt that has been sanctioned here in Florida. And when I first moved to Orlando, gosh, it's been 11 years now. But in 2016, we had a bear hunt.
And it was the first time in a long
It was the first time in a long time, like 20-something years, they had a bear hunt because we're having more encounters, right, with people and bears because we're building where the bears generally live. I've sided with the bears.
I know you have. Yeah.
And it was one of the most horrific things I had seen in a while because they were going to allow a couple of weeks for this harvest, and in 2 days they had killed more than 300 bears.
They hit the
and
limit.
to see these bears piled in the back of a truck like lifeless, it was just like, oh my gosh. Well, they've got some rules in place for this next sanctioned.
It's different this go around.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
fewer bears.
Fewer bears, but people are still very interested. Our community correspondent, Catherine Silver, has a little bit of how it's going to work.
If I am one of the lucky ones that gets drawn, I would definitely try to harvest a bear.
Avid hunter Mark Barton says he is one of many who will be applying for a bear hunting permit this month.
Hoping and expecting that they're going to raise upwards of $1 million in funding.
There's that much interest in getting a hold of one of these permits.
Yeah.
Florida's Fish and Wildlife Commission unanimously approved a 23-day hunt for this December. Only 187 bears could be hunted in that time frame, and here in Central Florida, only 18 permits will be handed out.
We're trying to get people to enter the lottery.
Chuck O'Neill is the president of Speak Up Wekiva, a group who is adamantly against the hunt.
This is our last resort, and we're going to use every effort to save as many bears as possible.
Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know if you picked up on that while you're watching. So he's very against the bear hunt. And so him and his group, you can apply for this for $5 as many times as you want. Him and his group are going to apply. They're hoping to get a permit, and then they're going to not use it.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting...
It's like, when people try to punk people in arenas, like they buy a bunch of tickets or whatever, and then they don't go. Do you know what I mean?
I've never heard of this.
No. Like they do it at political rallies.
Oh, because they want to have the empty seats.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So it's kind of like that for bear hunts right now. And I know you reminded me that we're supposed to not be biased about anything, and I did side with the bears, but we used the cutest profile picture of the bear. Like, look at that sweet face, not yours, the bear.
Look at that sweet face right there. But no, you're right. But I will say, okay, so I have an interesting story that is going to air tomorrow about a bear. And I know a lot of people say that the bears have been here before us, and it's partially true depending on where you're building.
Yeah.
There's a guy, though, I talked to tomorrow. He lives at the 417 near Colonial.
Oh, I know that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a populated area.
Yeah.
But there's one 20-acre preserve there. And a bear has somehow made its way, maybe from Ocala National Forest at some point, down to this little 20
slice of paradise.
Acre slice of paradise, and man, he is loving the garbage there, and he's a big boy. Okay,
he's been eating the garbage.
He's got to be 3 bills roaming around.
Wow.
So people are freaked out. They're worried for their pets. And that sort of thing.
Kids too. It's a danger. It is a danger. I understand that.
I don't think bears have bad intentions, but
No.
if you scare a bear,
It's a wild animal.
It is a wild animal.
And so when you go out, if you can't, I hike and all this other stuff, you're supposed to wear a bell so you don't surprise them. You want to make noise. And, if you're in your neighborhood and you're just kind of sitting there and you come up across a bear, and we've seen them on doorbell cams and things like that.
Got some doorbell cam for you tomorrow.
Oh, good. I'm glad you previewed your story.
Yes. So it'll be, and I'm not saying that has nothing to do with hunting. I'm not saying that hunting is going to fix that
but the licenses go on or are available starting tomorrow, Friday, and it'll be interesting to see how quickly they go.
And I wonder how many this group will be responsible for getting, because all the ones they get, and I wonder how much money they're spending. $5 per application.
Yeah, but if you are selected and you live in Florida, it's $100.
Yes, and out-of-staters, it's $300. So, interesting story. We'll be covering that a lot. And I know a lot of people are interested and upset about the whole thing as well. All right.
Were you talking about me mainly?
I'm not.
I just don't want anybody hurt. That's the thing. You don't want people or animals hurt. I just want everybody to get along.
You love the bears.
All right. Okay, so I had to go home and let the dogs out tonight.
Who let the dogs out?
I let the dogs out. Who? So,
We're old. We are old.
And walked them for a little bit. Can I tell you, this is what I still look like. I was able to be
You didn't
on
have
air.
to towel off?
It's so great. And the other thing I noticed tonight, Jonathan Kegas, our meteorologist who's joining us now, the sky was off the chain.
She
It
came
was,
in showing me pictures.
I'm like, oh my gosh. It looked like a masterpiece. It looked like some sort of painting. It was gorgeous.
We're getting there. We're getting to fall, and we start to get the little more color in the sky too. There's more atmosphere for the sun to travel. You get more reflection and all that
Oh,
stuff.
it's so I pinned the picture in case you want to see it.
I was
pinned
gonna
it.
say I'm loading up some pins for New 6 at 11 tonight. So yeah.
Okay.
Check out those. I mean, it was gorgeous. I mean, look, we're not. We talked about this on the news tonight. I'm not saying it's time to bust out the flannel or anything. It's still going to be warm, but it's going to be comfortably warm or comfortably hot this weekend. Because my goodness, I mean, just stepping outside the studio this evening, you can feel it.
You can.
It's a difference for sure.
It's what you
So,
can't feel that makes the difference.
Exactly. So yeah, and I think we're going to get even more into that as we get into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. I think it's going to be a really good payoff for the unsettled stuff. We'll just keep it at stuff.
You have been selling this all week, Jonathan, and I tell you, I'm looking forward to this weekend and especially Sunday. I'm going to send you a picture of me on the porch drinking coffee.
Do it. Look, there are some forecasts that I'll do where I won't be able to sleep because like I need it to be right. Obviously, I want it to be right every time.
Could mess
But
up
when
your
you
whole
advertise-
weekend.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, I'm going on. I mean, because like not all data was suggesting this or is suggesting it. So it's like, okay, I think it's going to happen. But do you realize when you say fall-like or comfortable in Florida in September?
You better not throw that word
I know.
around.
Don't
you know
you
what my
threaten us with a good time.
My favorite thing is when it's like a Saturday and we're all hanging out at somebody's house and the weather person is looking out the window. Like you guys are always anxious. Did my forecast actually
did it
come
hold
true?
up?
It is a real stressor.
Lisa asked for a forecast last weekend. She was having to get together. And I'm like, I looked at the radar at 3 o'clock. I heard radar. I'm like, it's going until 4. I'm like, it's going to be close. And I asked her on Monday. I'm like, I was watching. So it's like, even I was not a part of that, but
yeah. All right. Well, I have a Discovery Cove date with my little one for her
my
birthday this weekend. So
this weekend?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Oh, it's perfect. It's
so
perfect.
excited.
This is the benefit of working closely with a meteorologist. You get your personal forecast.
That's right. We do. We all run in there and poke them. Hey, what's going on Saturday? I got big stuff.
No, and it's great too, Jonathan, because you are often, very often correct. But when you're not, people will let you know, which is why I like to point out when you're right, which is a lot.
Well, thank you.
And if you want to find out how right he is, check him out coming up at 9:30. You get a half hour of this stud muffin right here. So join him then. Jonathan Kegas, thank you so much.
Jonathan,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you. Stud muffin. All right, when we come, listen.
Okay, we got more animals in the show. Ginger's going to flip the table.
You know I will fight for my dogs.
I know you will.
I will fight just about. Sue, just thought I'd let you guys know.
59 in Nova Scotia, right?
Sue, you win. You win the jackpot.
Sounds kind of nice.
Okay. I'm just saying, after the break, I'm going to tell you why I would fight a gator for my little dog.
All right. Somebody did.
Yeah, somebody did.
Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also good looking, because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down below.
Gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh. All right, welcome back to News 6 Tonight. Hope you're having a good evening on this Thursday. What kind of animal would you fight for your little Cinnamon to keep her safe?
Name one.
A bear? You love bears.
I'll fight him.
You'll fight off a bear.
For my
her
little,
sweet little
yeah,
Cinnamon.
exactly. Not for Finn. He's a sheepadoodle. He can,
He can
handle
defend
himself.
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this woman's 4-month-old dog almost became a snack for a gator. Here is WTSP talking about this crazy story.
I heard a squeal and I got pulled. So the alligator had him by his air tag and drags him.
She says an alligator bit Dax's collar and dragged him into the water. Then Wright fought back.
And I just punched and punched and punched, and I punched him in the eye enough that he kind of let go, like he unclamped a little, and I pulled out, but his teeth were like here and just drug down my arm. I freaking fought an alligator.
Look at him.
And won.
The little one, though.
Recording it safely inside her porch.
Be careful with your dogs. You know, these alligators are no joke.
Dax has no idea that Diane almost lost her arm.
She wasn't losing her arm to that thing. Come on, he was shopping for the small dogs because
My
he's
kind of lady, though. My kind of
Way
lady.
to go. Give him that right hand. We'll see you tomorrow night right here at 9.